Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to Sunday morning. On a Sunday, we always have a quiet meditation. And our teacher for this week has been Jeff Brown. And I've searched for any content that he has on silence or meditation, and he doesn't really. I don't think meditation's really his thing. So instead of sharing any thoughts from Jeff Brown on silence or meditation, I thought I would just highlight some of the thoughts I found this week that I resonated with most of his work. Danae, good morning. Sunmary, good morning. Antoinette, good morning. Happy Sunday. I often get asked some variation of this question. Why do I keep attracting the wrong kinds of partners? That's a very common conversation to have in my line of work. Anthony, good morning. Happy Sunday, dude. Good to see you. And Jeff Brown has a lot of really great thoughts on love and relationship. So on the idea of attracting the right kind of partners or the wrong kind of partners, we often have to do work in this area of our lives because it's easy to fall into the trap of repeating the same old patterns and relationships again and again. Anne-Marie, good morning. Happy Sunday. But even when we do our work and we free ourselves from old patterns, we're unlikely to ever meet a new person and instantly know with some kind of foresight exactly who they are and where this road will lead. We can only walk down this path to discover where it leads to. Charlene, good morning. Happy Sunday. One of the quotes from Jeff Brown that I always remember, this thought is often in my mind. Wasn't thought out by him. He uses this, but he calls it a Sioux proverb, a Sioux Indian proverb. He says, when you see a new trail or a new footprint that you do not know, when you come across a new trail or a new footprint that you do not know, follow it to the point of knowing. Follow it to the point of knowing, because that's when you'll know. If you're following a new trail, you get to, oh, now I see where it leads. Or a new footprint of, I guess if you live in the wilderness and you need to know who's in your area, you don't know whose footprint this is, follow it until you find out whose footprint this is. I love that thought so much. So to follow on that, here are a few more thoughts on relationships and love from Jeff Brown. He says, relationship is always a spiritual practice, even when we imagine it otherwise. Every relationship is a spiritual practice. Jeff Brown says, every path is a journey to God. We just have to remember to open our heart again and again. He says, love doesn't fail us. It is our expectations that fail us. Lovers sometimes forget that the gift is the call to love itself, not the end result, not the result of what the relationship turns into. It is the call to love that is the gift, no matter where it leads. And he says if we age honestly, we become love. As the body weakens, love surges through us, longing to be released, longing to be lived. With no time left to not love, we seek authentic embrace everywhere. Our deft avoidance maneuvers convert into directness. Our armored hearts melt into pools of eternal longing. This is why we should look forward to aging. Finally, after all the masks and disguises fall away, we are left with love alone. God waits for us on the bridge between our hearts. I love how he writes. He writes beautifully. He says, it goes to show you, you can look for relationships, but you can't look for love. However love arrives at your door, it is always a brave path. This really is ancient wisdom, whether it came from the Vedas, Lao Tzu, Rumi, or countless more. Love is not something you can search for and find. Love is something that you are. But if you don't like yourself much, love seems to always be out of your reach. The journey to you takes real courage. Walking the path home will bring you up against every single one of your long-held fears, and you'll have to overcome them one by one before you find yourself standing in front of your own door. Today's meditation is a silent one. But the truth is, there is nothing like a regular practice of silence to help remind you of the love that you already are. So if you're ready, let's float away on this journey together. You can close your eyes. I will start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Your only job right now is, with every exhale, to lead your body to a deeper level of softness than the one before. There's no need to try and create some emptiness in your mind. No need to try and stop this brain from thinking thoughts. Only focus on the body's softness. Focus on your breath, and with every exhale, to help your body become softer. When you notice the thoughts, your job only is to take a step back from them. Let them go. Come back to your breath and softening. And whenever a thought catches your attention and you realize you were walking down that path, just step back again, focus on your breath, and lead your body to softness. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. Use the last few breaths of this phase to help your body stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Roll out your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles, and move your spine and lean into your back muscles. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we're able to do that right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you're ready, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of the body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, you are holding yourself, wrapping your arms around yourself, holding yourself and welcoming yourself home. In this space of you spending time within you, again, the goal is not to have an empty mind that thinks no thoughts, but to dive into you so deep that you can kind of slip below the thoughts. Thoughts can keep coming and going on the surface while you slip into a space where you can feel that silence already lives here. I just have to come and visit. From this silent space, which is a little bit like slipping below the surface of a pool, you're still aware of the humans around the pool, walking, running, laughing. You can see it, you can hear it, but the space is quieter. And the way you see everything above the surface is different. From this space, when you look at the thoughts that your human brain thinks, you also see them with more understanding. And if you are able to look at the thoughts that a human brain thinks without judging those thoughts, without criticizing those thoughts, without going, what kind of a person thinks these thoughts? If you can look at the thoughts with no judgment, it means you are looking at you without judgment, without criticism. And if you're able to see you that way, if you're able to see you with understanding, empathy, kindness, I do think that you've slipped into the space where you are looking at you through the eyes of your soul. Between your breath holds, have as many easy breaths as you need. But come back to your breath hold again soon and dive deep into you again and again and again. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. Take your next big breath. We have the last few breaths of this phase to do together to help us slip out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time a few thoughts from Jeff Brown. He says, when you see a new trail or a new footprint that you do not know, follow it to the point of knowing. He says, relationship is always a spiritual practice, even when we imagine it otherwise. He says, every path is a journey to God. We just have to remember to open our heart again and again. He says, love doesn't fail us. It's our expectations that fail us. Lovers sometimes forget that the gift lies in the call to love itself, not in the end result of the relationship. And then if we age honestly, we become love. As the body weakens, love surges through us, longing to be released, longing to be lived. With no time left to not love, we seek authentic embrace everywhere. Our old patterns of avoidance maneuvers convert into directness. After all the masks and disguises fall away, we are left with love alone. He says it goes to show you can look for relationship, but you can't look for love. And however love arrives at your door, it is always a brave path. We have just a little bit more silence left. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, a thank you. Thank you for being in our circle today. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for bringing yourself to a place of silence again and again. Take a deep breath in. The willingness to step into silence again and again is a willingness for your heart to remain open, even if hurt makes it feel like it should close. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for bringing your heart to a place of openness again and again. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey with us today. Hey Vic, very good morning to you. Good to see you pop in. Thank you, Danae. Hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Trying to remember who was here this morning. Can't remember now. Thank you for bringing your heart to an open place again and again. And I often think that this is the very bravest thing, is to refuse to live with a closed heart. Doesn't matter how much your heart might have experienced pain in the past, the willingness, the intention, the determination to keep your heart open, I think is the bravest thing we can ever do. Lots of love to you all. Have a beautiful day. Ciao, ciao.